We recently chartered the Jeanneau Sun Odyssey 440 in the BVI's, and we thought we would share what we thought about the sailboat.
Okay, we're under sail, and we wanted to share with you what we think of the boat so far. We love the cockpit. There's lots of space. It is a little hard to get around one side of the table because they have it set up kind of as a chaise there. Both sides do flatten out so that you have a sunbathing space there for multiple people, probably two on each side. You could easily share that lying there. It's a dual helm with Captain Blair here at the helm, and it is a automated swim step platform, which is really nice for getting in and out of the dinghy. I think another thing of note is how easy it is. I mean, we have the fenders here right now because we're under sail, but how easy it is to access the foredeck. The way the shrouds are set up, it's easy to access. You don't have to even work your way around them. It's a nice big foredeck. It is a self-tacking jib, and it is a furling mainsail. So those are some things we really like about it. Blair was single-handing one day, and that went really well for him.
Notice here how easy it is to access the side decks from the cockpit by walking around the helm. We also love the easy access through the companionway with the French doors. The cabin top winch is electric. Unfortunately, the primary winches are not electric. Since it is a self-tacking jib, the mainsail comes back to the primary winches. You can see here how using the winch handle might disturb the person sitting next to the winch.
Here I'm explaining that the boat is very fun to sail. In particular, having the main sheets on the primary winches right close to the helm makes it quite easy to single hand if necessary. And then you have a self-tacking jib. So overall, a very fun boat to sail. The one issue is that the comfort factor is on the low side, and so it is a fairly rolly boat. Probably would not do great in heavier seas.
I know one thing that we've been really surprised about is it's the same length as our Jeanneau 423, but it is a foot wider. And just how much that difference is down below, how much more space we have, how much more space is in the cockpit. There's no thresholds to step over. I found myself the first few days lifting my feet over the non-existing threshold as I went from cabin to cabin.
Here's a view of the galley, the nav station, and the salon. Pardon our clutter, we were living on the boat for 7 days. Notice how light and bright it is with all the ports. One thing we really liked about the salon is how the banquette was square, so it made it easy to sit back in the corner and put your feet up. The galley had plenty of storage, and I really liked the size of the refrigerator and the freezer.
In the main cabin, you have double doors. What's nice about that is you just kind of feel a more spaciousness as you look out. And it's an ample bed. It's more than a queen-size bed, I would say. There's hanging lockers here, and it's double. There's 2 doors to the hanging locker, and then there's this space down here too for shoes or whatever. It has its own head. There's ports on each side with sliding shades, and then hatches above here with either screens to let in light or the shades to block out the light, which is what we have chosen to do.
The boat is equipped with 2 heads that are identical. We really liked that you could close off the glass door where the sink was to have a shower.
Also in the head is a storage above the lavatory, above the commode, and that's in both heads.
This boat had 2 cabins, with the aft cabin being on the starboard side, and on the port side was a large storage area that also contained the generator.
The other thing remarkable about this boat is just the amount of storage under the soul boards and under the cushions of the settee.
At the nav station, the electronics were easy to access and it was easy to monitor your tanks. There was also easy access to the fuses. Here is where we monitored our tanks. The water tanks equaled 240 gallons total. The fuel tank held 90 gallons. You could also monitor your batteries, your house batteries, your engine battery, and your generator battery. And one of our favorite parts of the boat is it had a generator which powered our air conditioner. Chartering boats is a great way to get to try some different boats. And we really enjoyed our charter on the Jeanneau Sun Odyssey 440. Honey, what were your favorite things about the boat?
So the beam is just over 14 feet. So that is more than a foot wider than our boat, Rejoicing. So that was a delight. And then in order to really enjoy the beam, the twin helms really opened up the cockpit and it gave you great flow back to the swim platform. And that was rather incredible. For a 43-foot boat, you have this massive swim platform that drops down electrically. That was incredible. Also, the galley storage. They had a lot of clever places for galley storage of all kinds of things you'd need, including plates, utensils, spices, you name it. And then the whole interior had overall great storage. The owner's cabin was incredible. These two wide doors open to an enormous, probably nearly king-size berth, and immense storage as well in the owner's cabin. So those were a lot of highlights. Also, we had in-mast furling, which I think for a cruise chartering company was a great idea. If one of us needed to single hand, we easily could. And then the boat came equipped with a self-tacking jib. I believe normally it does not, but the self-tacking jib did make it easy for chartering. That did mean the boat was a little bit slower than I might have liked, but I think standard it comes with more sail up front with a Jeanneau. So I mean, it was spectacular.
So I think what I would add is, or actually echo, is just the ease of getting around the boat topside, and the side decks were really spacious. And then I would also add that it had two really spacious heads with a separate shower area. The sink and the shower were in the same area, but they were closed off with glass doors. I really liked that. I think if I had one thing that I didn't think worked as well for us is we've started to host people overnight on the boat, and I kind of feel like the lack of seating in the salon, because the galley is an inline galley, which was really handy because it gave you extra storage in the back, but it also took away some of the seating. So you always have to compromise, and maybe I'd be okay with that.
The big negative I can think of is the comfort factor. Some people don't really put much credence in that. I would recommend that you do. So our boat is a 25 and it's pretty darn comfortable on the bay, but once we go out of the Golden Gate and out of San Francisco onto the Pacific Ocean, our boat rolls a bit at 25. This boat, the Jeanneau 440, is 21.37. So when we went east of the BVI's just a little bit at one point, and it happened to be the windiest, roughest day of the trip, it was rolly. So we both struggled a bit out there. And then just a minor complaint, the fuel tankage is great at 53 gallons. The standard water tankage is 87 gallons, which I think is a little bit on the light side for such a beautiful, large, spacious boat. But that's kind of a small quibble. And the chartering company added more water tankage. I forget, they had it more like 140 or something, which was perfectly adequate.
Thank you for watching, and we hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please give us a like and consider subscribing.
Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love.